Coal Creek Station is set to suspend operations in 2022. Hundreds will lose their jobs and the economic impact will be far-reaching. The station is for sale, but at what cost? In our second segment of The Case for Coal, Josh Meny explains how new technology plays a crucial part in the effort to keep Coal Creek Station in business.
Lauren, as I reported yesterday, social and political pressure to reduce CO2 emissions has put North Dakota's lignite coal plants such as Coal Creek Station on the line. Critics say carbon capture technology is unproven and a costly distraction from where North Dakota needs to be going for its energy future. But industry and state lawmakers say the technology plays a key role in the future of Coal Creek Station.
It looks like there's someone that is very interested in taking over that plant and running it. And a part of that will be the sequestering of the CO2.
Keeping Coal Creek Station running is a huge priority for North Dakota GOP Senate Majority Leader Rich Wardner. Wardner says not only does the technology keep the energy flowing, it meets the growing demand to tackle climate change.
We are going to produce carbon-free electricity. That's what the people want.
Carbon capture and sequestration is the process of capturing carbon dioxide from coal-fired plants and storing it permanently underground so that it's not emitted into the atmosphere. As I explained in part one of this report, Senator John Hoeven played a pivotal role in establishing the 45Q tax credit, which generates tax revenue to pay back the cost of retrofitting Coal Creek Station with the new technology. North Dakota Transmission Authority Director John Weda worked 41 years with Great River Energy. He's an engineer and became Coal Creek Station manager in 1989. Weda explains how the tax credit helps Coal Creek Station.
Future level of operation at Coal Creek is probably going to be somewhat less than it currently is. So let's use, say the future generation is going to result in 10 million tons per year instead of the past 12 million tons a year. And if you apply the $45 per ton of credit, that would be $450 million a year of credit towards the CO2 sequestration. The credit could be worth in the $5 to $5.4 billion range over the entire life of the credit.
The $5 to $5.4 billion will help Great River Energy pay for the cost of retrofitting Coal Creek Station and running it. It will provide hundreds of millions of additional revenue stream.
From a national security point of view, the entire Midwestern part of the country can be secured because our plants start out on top of their fuel supply, and the fuel supply is readily accessible without danger to miners or major disruptions in the environment. So the next trick then has been, okay, their carbon is an issue across the world.
McLean County State's Attorney and local leader in efforts to save Coal Creek Station, Ladd Erickson, says carbon capture and sequestration is a win-win technology for North Dakota's energy future.
What's nice about the technologies is they're so much more cost-effective than other alternatives. Right now, like renewables are part of our grid, but renewables have maximized the transmission capacity. So the country is looking at spending trillions and trillions of dollars to create transmission capacity to further develop renewables. Well, for some upfront costs on carbon capture, a fraction of that, we can maintain base load, reliable power and still be carbon neutral, just like the renewables are.
Ryan Warner of Light Spring LLC, a Bismarck-based solar company, says carbon capture and sequestration is just an attempt to keep an outdated energy system in place.
So what the companies that are trying to pursue carbon capture are doing is they can't get financing to do their own research and development, so they're looking for handouts from the government.
When it comes to adding renewables to the energy grid, cost is always at the center of the conversation. North Dakota Transmission Authority Director John Weda says out here in North Dakota, it takes about $1 million per mile to transport energy, but renewable energy advocates think there's a new way to think about energy transmission.
I hear a lot of sales pitches out there, like we're going to be 100% renewable by 2035 or 100% renewable by this date. That's the public relations part of energy. It's not based on the physics. The physics would have, if you can get 30% renewable energy into the grids, you're pretty much capping the laws of physics without having to add trillions and trillions of dollars of infrastructure costs.
That they're still thinking in the 20th century kind of mindset, which was we'll have a centralized power plant, we'll distribute this energy hundreds of miles to the places where people are consuming electricity, and that's our model. So it fits not only their technical limitations, but it also fits their monopoly business model.
Tomorrow, for our final segment of The Case for Coal, we hear from residents of Underwood who are at the center of the debate because Coal Creek Station is the lifeblood of their local economy. Hear why they say its closure will not only greatly disrupt their community, but the entire region.
Josh Meny reporting. Thank you.